Hey, Judy. Hello, hello. How are you doing? Hello, welcome. Might not have too many people tonight because I just saw that my upline is on. So she's got all of you two watching her, I think. Hi, Cindy. Welcome. How are you doing? Judy was here a minute ago. I don't know if she still is or not. But so far we have two. I don't think Paige will be here because she's out of town, I believe. And I'm not sure. Hello from New Jersey. Love colors. Hi, Nick. Yay. We got a few people anyway. Yay. Tonight we're going to be working with the Flowering Cactus Medley, product medley, which for those of you who aren't familiar, product medleys are like all-inclusive kits, and they come with a stamp set, which this is the one that this one comes with. Sorry for the glare. And a die set and papers and linen thread in this one in Calypso Coral, and sometimes it has ribbon, sometimes it has linen thread or whatever. And then the paper I want to show you, and in this particular one it has Highland Heather and Calypso Coral felt pieces, so we're going to use them on the front card. But before we do, the first card, before we do that, you know the butterfly paper and how wonderful it is? Yeah, so is this one, because I probably can't dig it out of the trash, but every single one of these images cuts out with the dies on this particular sheet of paper, and you get 48 sheets now, not of this one, but you get 8 of this one, which has this on the back. So it's really cool. So this, for example, cuts out this, and this cuts out this, and this cuts out these flowers, and then there's little individual dies here that cut out these, which I'm not getting them on the right places, but you get the idea. Everything on here cuts out with dies, and they're so pretty. So that's how I'm going to start this. And the first card will be using some of the things I've cut out from this. Oh, wow. Here we go. Let me see. Wait. I know. I don't know. She's been on every day this week, so I give up. I can't compete. Yeah, she's only got 300 and some odd viewers right now, right? Maybe more than that now. I don't know. Hi, Heather. Thanks for joining us. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful set. Hi, honeybees. Thank you for joining us. So anyway, the dies are wonderful. Now there are 2 dies in here, 3 dies in here that don't cut out images. This one makes a design like a texture in your paper. We're going to use that on the 3rd or 4th card. This one cuts out another cactus, but there's no die for, I'm sorry, no stamp for this. But I probably shouldn't tell you this, but I watched Barb Stamps make her own stamp with this die using fun foam. So I'm going to try that sometime, and if I can get it to work, I'll share it with you. But I thought that was pretty cool. Plus, you can just cut it out of paper, and it adds texture. So that's the only thing. No, it's not. That and this little thing. This doesn't cut out either. It just, it cuts a design out of existing paper, and I did not use that, but I did use this other one tonight. And then all these cut out your stamped images. this funny looking one here cuts this stem out. And these two flowers are what this cuts out, which this is 100%. So it'll fit right on there, I think. But it die cuts them separately, even though you stamp them together. Okay. And then there is this texture, like a line thing. I didn't use that either, but we're going to use pretty much everything else in there. And then also, I'm not using this tonight, but I'm going to use it soon. If you saw my CACTUS card, you saw I used the pot in this and some of these little labels. This is the Simply Succulents stamp set bundle that's also available now, and it's got a gorgeous, I wanted to do this, but I made 4 cards for tonight just using the product medley, so we'll have to do this another time. But it has this all over die cut as well to make a beautiful card front with succulents. So that would go really nicely with this product medley. If you'd like to get that too. So anyway, beautiful, beautiful. And I'll use that soon. I pulled out so much stuff to use tonight. I get like, oh yeah, I'm going to get all that done in time. Yeah, no. Is it 12 p.m.? Oh, with Janice. Hi, Jazzle Dazzle. Janice. Yeah, you probably should be. I think, I can't, yeah, I think you are about 5 or 6 hours ahead. Yeah, they are really pretty. So anyway, that's what we're going to be using tonight. I already punched out some of the little bits from the felt, and you'll see how we use them. And before we get on to that, let me show you the rest of the papers. So this is the one that the dies coordinate with. And on the back, you can, I mean, if you don't like them, you can just use the back, but I would use these. And you can get just the refill, like once you have it. If you want more paper and stuff, you can order the refill kit, which is roughly half the price of the whole product medley because you're not getting the Stampin' dies again. But you do get the paper, the linen threads, and the die cut felt sheets in the refill kit. So, you know, maybe you just want the refill kit and then the other succulent set. That's cool too, you know. Then we have this beautiful Highland Heather one. And on the back, I haven't used this side, but we are using this side on, I think, the last card tonight. This Calypso Coral one. And we'll use that on one of the cards. And I don't think I used this side. This one's gorgeous. I love this one. And we are going to use that on one of the cards tonight. And we're going to use the reverse side as well, which is in Mossy Meadow. Say my name, say my name. Yes. Highland Heather. Ink with Heather. Ink with Deb. This is another really pretty one. And I can't remember if I used that tonight. Maybe not. That might be another one I didn't get to. We'll see. And then this one will be on the one of the cards too. I might have used that on the first card. I can't remember. But this is being used on one of the cards too, as is the back. All right. So those are the papers. I hope you could see them. Hi, Paula. Welcome. Let me get this put in its appropriate place. Now, just a reminder too, today is March 10th, and it is the last day that you can sign up for Paper Pumpkin because they start shipping out tomorrow. And this is the one that is called Here's to You. And it will give you enough to make, let's see, 8 cards and coordinating envelopes. But you're also going to get a sponge and 4 stencils in with this one, in addition to the normal Paper Pumpkin kit. My colors are off on my printer. I apologize each time. I'm going to try and over the weekend get that fixed, I hope. I don't know. So anyway, if you want that, be sure to sign up today. All the links are down below. I don't know yet what the next paper pumpkin will be, but I'm sure I'll know by tomorrow morning, and I'll post that in my Facebook group, Deb Houck's Crafty Cottage, and I'll also post it on my business page on Facebook, Deb Houck's Crafty Cottage, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the USA. And also don't forget the last 2 lives I did, I used the Butterfly Brilliance Bundle Collection. Gorgeous, gorgeous. If you haven't seen those from last Wednesday and the previous Friday, I think it was, plus I did a video on it. Make sure you check those out because that collection is gorgeous and it's available now. And thank you to those who already did purchase that. And that's all I have as far as announcements. Oh no, I have one more announcement. If you want the annual catalog, no charge to you, then it'll be coming out sometime in April and effective early May. Make sure that you've had a $50 or more purchase with me from between December 1 and March 30th. I'm giving you up to the next to last day. Or 3 months worth of paper pumpkin, or both would be great. I can't afford to send them out without having had that from you. So if you want an annual catalog, and those are the ones that are usually a little thicker, like this is the current one, and this goes through May 3rd, so the new one will be effective May 4th. And if you would like yours, make sure you've had a purchase for at least $50 with me since December 1st through March 30th. And then I'll do the mailing selector on March 31st, which is a Wednesday. And I'll let you know that I've done that in the live on that Wednesday. Okay? Do you like the papers, Paula? I think they're gorgeous. I really think they did really well with these papers. So let me get started. Also, here's the March. Well, I've got it buried, don't I? I'm out of room. This is the March host code for any orders under $150. Please be sure to use the host code because that helps me get little goodies that I can send out as thank yous to customers and things. And if nobody uses the host code, I can't get, I don't get the free goodies. But if you have an order 150 or more, don't use the host code because then you get the goodies. All right, here's the first card we're going to make, except we're going to make it in a different colorway. So this is the front and back of the same piece of paper. I did it on mint macaron. Let me pull that paper out again. So here's the sheet of paper that I used, and this is the back, and all I did is I cut it actually 5 1/4 by 4, and then I made this Calypso coral piece 5 5/8 by 4 1/8, just to have a little bit of a border. And I forget how wide this is. I just kind of cut it where I thought it would look good. So this weighs about 3 1/2, and I think then this is 1 3/4 here. Now on the next card, I cut it a little different, so you'll see. So yeah, I just cut it. I cut a piece, and then I cut it apart. And then this was a little scrap. I had a Calypso coral, and I just put it over where the seam was. Use the stitched rectangle dies, which will do. And then this was cut out of the paper. These are felt pieces, and this was cut out of the paper, and that's a felt piece. So really easy. And then there's the inside. I love how our friendship has grown. This is up too high, isn't it? There. I'll put it down a little bit. Thank you, Judy. I appreciate that. All right. Now we're going to do the same card, but we're going to do it in Highland Heather colorway. So let me get all the bits and bobs out here, as we say. Except I have nowhere to put them. So the paper we're going to use instead is this one because it has some Highland Heather in it. There you go, Heather. And the back is Mossy Meadow. So on this one, I cut a piece of Mossy Meadow 5 1/4 by 4. So it's a little different than the other. And this will be 3 3/4. And then because it was a little less than the other one, this piece, you see, this is all one piece. I'm just going to flip it over like that. And then I have this tiny little strip. I might have a bigger strip, actually, a Highland Heather that I'll want to use. Let me see. Because I was throwing a few out. Because, you know, sometimes you get more strips than, yeah, I have a little bit thicker one, I think. I'd rather use. There we go. You could use ribbon there instead. We're just going to go ahead and glue those together. Pretty papers though, right? Let's see, where's my glue? Hi, Brandy. Hi. Okay. Hope you're doing well. I haven't heard from you for a while. I hope you're doing better, I guess I should say. I don't know. I don't know. I've been kind of getting behind and stuff, so I got my nose to the grind for the next few days. So today we did 10 on the 10th Christmas cards, and I did not use Stampin' Up! For that. Shame on me. But I have a lot of product, both Stampin' Up! And non-Stampin' Up!, and I'm trying to use what I have and use it up. So I used one that had to do with pets. And then tomorrow is embellishments on the 11th at noon Eastern. I'm gluing myself to the paper here. I used way too much glue. Hang on. This is a glue eraser. You can get them off Amazon. They work pretty well. They work better once the glue is dry. And just be careful you don't tear your paper. Which if I rub too hard, I could. It doesn't usually tear it. It might wear through though if you're not careful. And then take the little glue boogers off so you have clean eraser. Okay. And then this we're just going to glue across here. And the other thing I have to do this weekend is get my old camera stand up that used to hold the camera in front of me, because I am really tired of having to reach around this thing right here. Anyway, so this was about a 1/4 inch strip of scrap paper in Highland Heather, and I just put it there like a divider, and it covers the seam. It helps if you get it on straight. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and glue that onto our card base. And then we'll stamp. See, that did start to rub a little bit of the color off on that card, but it'll be fine. I do appreciate you guys joining me. How have you been? I know Heather had a flea market sale. We are not having those yet. In fact, I was so disappointed. I might have said this the last time, but I was kind of looking forward to going to Bead Fest this year, which is a big bead convention in August each year, and they've already canceled it to 2022. So disappointing. So I'm thinking that even our local stuff isn't gonna. So this one I'm gonna probably put down a little bit, and then I've already done this, but we're gonna go ahead and stamp. And I cut this out in the background color of Highland Heather with stitched rectangle dies, which, let me show you which ones I used. Okay, so for this one, it is this stitched rectangle die. These are in the annual these are in the annual catalog. So I just die cut it out of Highland Heather. And then we're going to do the cinnamon, and then we'd use the smaller one, the next one in. So those, the two inner ones, I'm not even in the screen. The two inner ones right here are what I'm using. You got the blah blahs, the blahas. Okay, yeah, I'm doing a little bit better with that. Okay, so we're going to stamp. You are a rare find. This one. In, what did I stamp it in? Or what did I want to stamp it in? I think I'm going to use Mossy Meadow because we have Highland Heather already there. And this is Mossy Meadow in the background. So we use Mossy Meadow. I have it upside down. This is a scrap from one I didn't get straight for an inside of a card. But it doesn't really matter here because then we're going to take, right, we're going to take this and go like this. And I would figure out the centering. And I have been using a little bit of purple tape, but I prefer washi tape. I just want to use up the purple tape I have. And die cut it, and by the magic of video, voila. Actually, I'm not 100% happy with that because my ink seems to be, I don't know. I thought that one was okay. Maybe that's just the stamp because it's nice and clear on the my dear friend. You are a rare find, my dear friend. Yes, you are. Oh, I'm sorry you have the blahs, Heather. I hope it goes away. I was starting to get them right before I came on, actually. But there was a reason for that. Anyway. Yeah. Same here. And I don't know what it is with me right now, but I have been watching like crime shows and stuff out the wazoo, and I don't know why I'm doing that. I had a dream the other night that I was working with John F. Kennedy. Can you believe that? That is so bizarre. I don't know where that came, because I didn't watch anything about John Kennedy. That was so weird. I woke up thinking, like remembering I was in his office with him or something at that, like right before I woke up. It was really weird. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm hearing you. I've been, I went on a buying lots of beady stuff. Well, my business can't afford to buy any more beady stuff either. Anyway, for that business, and so, but all this stuff's been sitting here, but I have to inventory it all. So I've been like trying to do an order or two a day, and it just takes forever. So that's part of my issue too. And then I'm behind in making stuff because I'm too busy inventorying stuff. Is that straight, my friends? I think it's straight. I think this is a pretty set. So then next, we have this beautiful piece, which came out of that paper. And let me just show you again. So I didn't even stamp this because I probably couldn't stamp it as good as they colored it. It's right there. And I use the die to die cut it, but every single piece on here cuts out with the dies in this product medley. So we're going to bump this up on dimensionals too. And then we're going to use these little felt pieces here that came in the kit, the product medley kit. And then we'll stamp the inside and we'll have our first 2 cards all done. Woohoo. Good night, Janice. Thanks for joining us for a little while. Thank you. Much appreciated. I'll have to get over to your channel and watch some more in the future. I haven't, I'm like so tired at night. I can't really watch craft stuff much because I don't know. I just, now, okay, let me stop talking about that for a minute. I put dimensionals on this because this is going to go down here. And then the flowers, though, we'll use glue dots and glue on this one. And then we'll put one over here. And then we will use a dimensional on one over here. But I'm not going to be like gluing this up over it. So it's okay that I put dimensionals on. I didn't make a boo-boo that time. You know, I decided I'm not doing outdoor. Oh, guys, I almost got taken, but with a fraudster. And it had to do with a craft show. There's a mall. It's like Premier Outlet Shops. Not, well, it's about 40 minutes from me, but 40 or I don't know, something like that. Anyway, it's an outdoor mall with this, but it's under like they have the pathways covered, but it's still outside kind of thing. And but the stores enter from this outside, right? So this thing popped up on Facebook, and I think I posted on one, how do I sign up for this? And or can get more information, because there wasn't a whole lot of details. So this lady said, I'll message you with the information. So I started asking her more questions. She was like wanting payment through PayPal or some other thing. And I'm like, well, she said, and then I'll register you. I'm like, well, I'd really like to register first. And I have more questions you haven't answered. Like, is it indoors or out? So she said it was indoors, right? And turns out it's not. It's outdoors. And she said it was $35, which I thought, great. That's a nice price. It's indoors and $35. But she also said it was one day. And on the thing on Facebook, it said it was from Saturday through Sunday. So I'm starting to get a little funny feeling about this lady. And she sent me this form in text message. So I did a little more digging, and it turns out it's like $100, and it's outdoors, and a bunch of people are already signed up for it. And I just said, you know what? I blocked her, got her out of my messaging. I messaged the company. I found their website finally that was coordinating the event. And yeah, I almost got taken for $35 and probably other information if I had given her my PayPal, which I didn't. And I messaged the company then and told them, do you know this lady by this name is pretending to work with you and signing people up, that she's not really obviously signing people up. So shame on me. All right, so that one I just glued down, and you're going to have to hold these things down if you just use glue. But I found you have to use glue because the felt doesn't really pick up the glue dot. So for the ones, unless you're going to use a dimensional, you've got to use glue. Oops. And Tombow does work. You can use other glues too, but I have found Tombow does work. You just have to hold it in place for a minute. So sorry, I didn't mean to bore you all with that, but be careful is my message, because there are scammers. I couldn't believe someone was scamming a company. And then when I went to their website and was looking for information, they actually had a post on their website about someone's been trying to, or it sounded like more than one person had been trying to fraudulently act as their business. And yeah, so anyway, it was just weird. I never had that happen before. Thank goodness. So this time I'm using a dimensional. I maybe should have used a big one. I mean, a little one, but I'm just putting it right there. And that is the front of our card. Isn't that pretty? I think it's pretty. And then here's going to be the inside. So like on this one, I'm going to put, I love how our friendship has grown, but we're going to do that again in Mossy Meadow. And then this is just a strip off this same paper, but it's 5 by 1/2 inch, and this is 5 by 3 3/4, and then the Mossy Meadow under it is 5 1/4 by 4. So Mossy Meadow ink. Hi Jen. Thank you for the happy mail. I have it downstairs still. Sorry I didn't bring it up yet. Mostly because I don't have anywhere to sit it. But I'll use it all. And I actually got a card from someone else too, but I think it was someone on Dina's, you know, peer. And actually, I think Marcia might have sent me something too. Ooh, that's crooked. See, I can't see around this, I cannot see around this camera stand. I don't know if I got that straight still. Oh, well, we're going with it. So this is card number 1, actually. We're, even though it's 2 different papers, I have 3 more. One is prepared, and we'll just do it. And I can't remember if that's a different colorway or same also. And then I have 2 that I just have started, but they're not made. So you'll have to see how they come together with me. I was hoping we'd have a few, even just smaller craft fairs in the spring, but I just don't see it happening. We're still in what they call level 1A, which is basically people over 65, teachers, medical personnel, and high-risk people. And I'm not quite 65 yet. So, and although I have a risk, I'm not super high risk. Anyway, I'm on a waiting list for the vaccine. So we'll see. All right, so there's card number 1. This one I think I got on a little crooked. I did this better, but I do think I like it better down a little bit further. But isn't that cute? And only thing I stamped was the sentiments. This is die cut from the paper, both of these. So super cute, super cute, super cute. Janice left, I think. All right, so that's card 1, and I don't know where to put it. Let me put it back here. And here comes card number 2. And we're going to do it just like that. So this time, I brought in Calypso Coral card base. And this is Crumb Cake. Now, this is that thing I showed you in the dies that doesn't cut out. It's this piece right here. So I'm going to bring in a piece that I did already just to save time and show you what I did. So I just took this. This is 5 1/4 by 4, and this is not that long. It's probably 4 3/4 or something. So I just put it here, ran it through the machine. I taped it on so it wouldn't move. Then I moved it over, and I just tried to leave a tiny bit of space in between each one of these. And you can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. You probably, yeah, you could probably space them a little bit further than that, but 5 or 5 1/2 of these all the way across. And that just, you can kind of see the color through the little X's, but it just gives it, why is that getting blurry again? It just gives it texture. There we go. And so that's what that does. And that's what I did to get the texture on here. And if you don't like that space at the bottom, you can cut that off or whatever, but I don't care about that. I wanted that on there. And then, where did I just put the 2 cards? This piece is left from card number 1. I had a scrap, so I used it. But I didn't have another scrap of that, but I had a scrap from the card we just did. This one. So we're going to use that on this one. Okay. And then I brought in the layering circles. And I used the largest scallop circle to cut this paper out. And then I used, oh gosh, I'm going to forget. I think it was this one, white one. No, that doesn't look right. Yes, it was. It was this one here in the layering circles, the plain layering circle. So I don't know how to tell you which one because I don't number them. And I just cut out a piece of, I'm still using Whisper White. So that is where that came from. All right. So we're going to stamp on here, and we're going to need a half-inch piece, and we're going to stamp Life Can Get Kind of Prickly. And that's this one. And we're going to use a little bit of the linen thread, and then this is a die cut. These are stamped. This is a die cut. We're going to do a little masking here. So let's do that first, and then we'll assemble this off. Let's do our stamping first. I have to move some stuff out of the way again. Y'all still with me? Well, some of you are. Welcome, everybody, if you're just coming in. I see 10 watching, 9 watching. Somebody just left. All right. Now, I keep... Oops. I just lost my die. Almost. I keep... I cut a couple dies out from white cardstock, like heavy white cardstock, to use as a mask. And we're going to be using this stamp here, and then these little flowers here. Okay. And we're going to use, forget what I used. I think Pear Pizzazz. Yes. Pear Pizzazz for the cactus, I guess it's just singular. And Calypso Coral for the little flowers. For this one. All right. I got quite a mess here. Everybody's still here. Okay, yay. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is stamp this cacti. And I'm going to do it full strength. Doesn't really exactly matter where, but I kind of said that backwards. But I want enough room for some flowers to be able to fit. So I'm going a little bit off the circle, which won't matter because, oops, because we're going to cover the bottom of that up anyway. I didn't go much off with the other sentiment strip. All right, let's close up. Actually, while we have Pear Pizzazz open, let's do our sentiment. Life can get kind of prickly. It sure can. And I just need enough room. I have to stand up. Okay. How old's your son now, Nix? Or Nick, I guess I should say. There we go. He's just a little fella still. Right, Judy? Yeah. Oh, how's your mother, too? I just saw your sister posted something yesterday or today. I don't know. I'm losing all track of time. I'm so sorry, and I've been missing your lives, and I really want to be on them. Okay, now I'm going to use my mask here, my die cut out. And I don't know, I used to just cover it all the way up, but I watched somebody else and they said, leave just a little tiny slim line there showing of the stuff underneath. So let's do the little flower first. And you can kind of see, because these are photopolymer, you can kind of see where they go, how they fit. Now I'm going to use the big one. And I'm going to leave a little bit over the, that thing. And then this one's actually going to go off this time because I got it a little less centered, but that's okay. And there we go. So I think that looks okay. And then I'll keep that mask and I'll just use it over and over and over again. I'm going to close up the ink now. Oh, well, okay. Always something, right? That's got to be hard and scary for everybody. Now we're just going to glue this down on top this pattern paper. Pretty pattern paper in Calypso Coral. Oops. And then let's start assembling this stuff. So we'll glue this onto here first. Now, you have to be careful because your glue actually may go through those little X's. Doctor said they are finding this a lot with people who have, oh, yes. I think I saw that on a show not, like a month or two ago. And it doesn't really matter the age. There's a lot of people too that they're calling long-termers now that are having weird symptoms they never had before. And doctors aren't able to explain it. They're just calling them long-term COVID patients kind of thing. Okay, so now on the piece that I'm going to glue down, I'm going to glue it at the bottom and at the top. And then in between these, I have, on some of them, I have some spaces. I'm going to do that. I got them pretty close over here, but we'll put a little bit there and just a little bit on the edge because I got it really close there. You could use glue dots. I don't know that I'd use a tape runner because I think the sticky would go through also. But that's just my opinion. Other people may have different opinions on that. Okay, so that is it for that. And then we're just going to glue this down too. I'm not going to pop it up. The only thing I'm going to pop up is the sentiment and the little flower here, which I thought I had one of. I don't know what I did with it. Ruh-roh. Uh-oh. Well, we'll have to find it. Or maybe I can find another one. Because it was a die cut out of the paper. And we'll put this like this. Now this we have to, I'm going to snip some of this off, and then we're going to use the banner pick-a-punch, and we're going to punch it. Because I'm feeling punchy. Turning 3, wow. Oh, that'll be nice. I would love to go on a vacation, but be safe. I'm surprised people are able to do that, because up here we're like, you know, they say we're still on lockdown, but when I went out to the, I had to go to the dentist last week, and when I went there and then to the grocery store, there was a lot of traffic out. So I think more people are working. I don't know, but I'm still in like lockdown pretty much, until I can get vaccinated or something. So I don't know. I mean, my daughter's still working from home, but her husband works 2 jobs, and both are out with public. One's in a school. He's like student, not student teacher, but teacher's assistant or something. And the other one's in like a store. So anyway, so I'm just going to put this across the bottom here. I kind of want it over this way, and I want to make sure I get it on straight. And that's not straight. I had it straighter the first time. Okay, let me find a flower. I don't know what I did. Here it is. I found it. I found it. Da, 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 da. Now this one is kind of small, and I think I'm just gonna, the other one was the bigger size one, and I partially glued it and partially put a dimensional on, but I think this one I'm just gonna glue on there. Oh, well, I hope you're able to enjoy yourself, and I'm too nervous to do that yet, but I would love to take a vacation. Okay, now we got twine in this kit, and because we have crumb cake, I'm going to use the natural linen thread on this one, and just tie a little bow, and I just put it right in the corner right here. So is with this Wednesday working out with you guys? It's funny because that one time I did a Wednesday, I had like tons of people that I didn't normally have on Wednesday, and this week is like, not really. I don't know. Your son is turning 11. Oh, wow. Well, Nyx has a birthday too. 2 people I know have birthdays this month. And I'm going to try and get stuff out on time. I'll try. Not positive they'll get there in time, but I'm going to try. So I don't know. All right, and I still need to get my February and now March thank yous out as well. I'm kind of excited because March 24th, demonstrators will get to see the new catalog online. We can't share it with anybody, but we'll get to see it. Woohoo! Wait, what is for you? I missed something. Oh. Is for you. Oh, Wednesday's for you. Okay. I know. That's true. Crazy Crafter. Hi. Okay. Well, I'm sticking with Wednesday for now. I may, in April, towards the end of April, I might start to do 2 a week again, but I can't do it till then for sure. Because I was doing Tuesday and Friday, and it was just too much. All right. So we have to do the inside. I need a piece of Whisper White. And we're going to stamp. I'm always here. I'll always be here for you. As soon as I find it. Here it is. And we're going to stamp that. Oops. I got hairs and cat. My cat was on my desk earlier today. right before I started to, like, I had cleaned off one set of stuff and then I was getting ready to do another, and she's like, nope, I'm up there. Anyway, all right, we're going to stamp a little bit more first, as soon as I find what I'm looking for. Okay, this funny looking thing is actually cactus stems, and we're going to stamp them in Pear Pizzazz. Hope I'm on screen. I don't know. I'm going to do this about, because I'm going to put this strip here, so about 1/2 inch in, and we're just going to do one there, and maybe another little one down this way. And then we'll do some flowers on there again, and that will be in Calypso Coral again. A mug cake. Do you like them? Every time I make them, they taste like Play-Doh to me. Oh, we just we bought cheesecake, and my son loves cheesecake, and so do I, which I shouldn't have, but I bought, they were having a special on this chocolate with Baileys for St. Patrick's Day, I guess. Oh my gosh, it's awful. I've had Baileys before, and I like it in coffee. I haven't had it in like forever, but yeah, it was absolutely horrible. I do not recommend it at all. I'm just going to put some flowers on here, kind of wonky, and one big flower in the middle of those two, if I can fit it in there. Let's see. Oops. Get your flower going the right way, Deb. Now, if it was like raspberry cheesecake or something, I'd probably like it a lot better. But the Baileys just did not taste good with the chocolate, which is weird because I like Baileys, like I said, in coffee. So I probably would like it in regular chocolate, but I did not like it in that cheesecake. All right, let me close my ink up. Oh, this ink, and let's get the cinnamon ink out. You love cheesecake too? Yeah, it's kind of a weakness. Cheesecake, ice cream, all the stuff I really shouldn't be eating. All right, now I have to re-find the sentiment. Here it is. I'll always be here for you, because this one says life can get a little prickly, and then I'll always be here for you. And I'm going to try and put that over this way a little bit, because we're going to have that crumb cake piece right here. All right, now I can close that ink. Isn't that cute? Cute, cute, cute. More cute, cute. Not as cute as maybe the kitties I did for the 10 on the 10, but you know, I've got kitty hair everywhere. How does it happen? I think I might cut this down a little because it's going to cover my flower. I'm just going to cut one of these strips off here. Let's do that on this little cutter. I kind of want it to be in the middle of that one area, so I'm not cutting on the line of the design. There we go. I think that'll work. Sorry, my chair, it's a little better than it was. That'll do. That'll do. Charlene, hi. Charlene and I are in a swap with each other. I haven't mailed mine yet, though, Charlene, but I haven't forgotten. I still have to stuff it with stuff, and I don't know which one I want to send to who. We're in a pocket letter swap through Megan W. So I made pocket letters. I made a couple of them. I still want to make a couple more though. So we'll see. Another thing on my to-do list. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't had luck with those mugs, a cake in a cup or whatever. I've eaten them, but they're not my favorite. I don't know. Maybe I don't try the right flavors or something. But if it's just you and you don't want to make a big, like, I'm not a big cake eater anyway, except cheesecake. Pineapple upside down cake is another one I really love. And Chris is not a big fan of that, but my daughter is. She likes that. We used to make that for her birthday all the time. All right, there is the inside of card 2. Isn't that pretty? Now, it does take a little time to run this through the machine, you know, 5 times or something, but and then once for the inner piece. But I made these using the scraps from the first 2 cards, except I brought in another sheet that had this, and then we just stamped the rest. So I think they came out cute. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so the next 2, I can't actually show you the card because we're going to make it together, but I can show you what I pulled together to do it with. So this is Pear Pizzazz, and we're again going to use scraps. These are die cuts from that one sheet of paper still. There's a lot of die cuts on that one sheet of paper. I still have some that we're not even getting to tonight in this bag here. I still have these 2 and a couple little flowers, and then these are some of the felt pieces I punched. I didn't punch all the felt pieces out. We are going to, okay, so these are left over from the cards we just made, right? I cut 2 of these big circles, one in one corner, one in the other. So I ended up with a square here and here. So I'm flipping them over. We're going to use this side now. I don't tend to like to waste paper. So what I decided is I brought in a piece of Whisper White, or Basic White. This is Whisper White, and cut it 5 1/4 by 4. And I ran it through the subtle, I don't know if you can, there, the subtle embossing folder. So we're going to do a design, something like this and this. And then these are out of the sheet of paper as well. And we're going to have a purple and a Calypso coral flower on here. They have to overlap because they don't fit right otherwise. There, just a little bit. And then I thought what we do after I glue these down is we're going to take the Calypso coral linen thread and we're going to wrap it 2 or 3 times just up and down this backing piece, and then tie a little bow up here. And no, I think no sentiment on the outside. Let me think about that. We might be able, no, I think we're just going to put a sentiment on the inside, which is going to be a birthday one. Yeah, I think. We'll figure that out once we get that far. So the first thing we're going to do is glue these squares down. And I don't even know if they're the same size. It doesn't really matter. I think they are. They're 2.5 by, that one's 2.5 by 2.5. And this one is roughly that too. It's, yeah, it might be 1/8 of an inch off in one direction. So let's see. Let's have these going sideways this way. So let me glue the bottom one down first. Chris, where's Chris? Hi, Chris. Aw, thank you. I got your email. I replied. I'll check that probably maybe tomorrow afternoon or late tonight if I remember. when I don't fall asleep first. Oh, I wanted these going sideways. Now there is a stamp, I think. This is supposed to be like the little pricklies in the cacti. No, there's not a stamp for this. Sorry. There is a stamp with some lines on it, and I don't know exactly what that's supposed to be, but I don't think it's the pricklies. So we're just going to go like that and put it straight. Straight as I can get it. Now we're going to take the twine. So I'm going to look for my seal here and put a little bit of seal across this side here. And I didn't use Seal Plus because I have texture on this paper, and sometimes when I have texture and it kind of thins the paper, it sometimes tears the paper. So I didn't want it to do that. And I'm going to see where I am on the front with this. I'm just going to wrap it. I see I didn't get that glued down good on that one. And I maybe should have put it under that one square. We'll see how that goes before I glue this down. And I'm not going to do them like separated like I do sometimes. Let me just get one of those cacti. That'll be all right. Well, maybe we'll bump them up on dimensionals. Yeah, I think that'll be all right. All right, let me cut this. How are you doing, Chris? Or are you still here, or did you leave already? I don't know. If you left already, you won't answer. Okay. And this is bothering me here that it's lifting up a little bit. I didn't want to get too much glue, so I underdid it. All right. Uh-oh. 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 Should have put my mat down. I think I'm going to go with that and glue it down. We'll put a bow on after we get the other stuff on. Okay. Now, these are slightly different colors. This is like Pear Pizzazz with Mossy Meadow, and this is Mint Macaron with Mossy Meadow. But I'm okay with that. I think we will put them on dimensionals. I need a new sheet of dimensionals. Here we go. Because to go over that, I don't know, I'm just not in the mood for cutting that other piece up. But I will. I'll use it. Just not tonight. You're all quiet too. And I'm just putting these down to the bottom because we have flowers to go on yet as well. These little dimensional things get everywhere. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. You are crocheting. Your little bunnies were so cute. I can't crochet. I'm just really shocked that you're even having craft markets and stuff. I really was hoping we'd be able to do that in like a spring one. But I'm not doing, I started to say about that mall, I'm not doing outdoor ones anymore. I have a tent. If you were closer, Heather, I'd give it to you cheap. But, yeah. I just can't anymore by myself. So, all right, so we're going to have this one. I think I'm going to go opposite because I'm going to have a Calypso Coral bow up here. So I'll put the purple up there. And this is one of those where we're going to use some minis and then we're going to put some glue on the bottom part and overlap it. Hi, Julia. Welcome. How are you? We are making Stampin' Up! Cards with Flowering Cactus set. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right here because that's the part that will overlap our little cactus. And I have no idea if cacti like these bloom like this, but you know, that's how ours do. Ours are going to, let me see. So this has to go up here and up here. You won't go if it rains. You don't have to pay in advance though. Like we don't get our money back if it rains and you're just out the money then. So unless they officially cancel it, but a lot of them it's like rain or shine around here, which is absolutely ridiculous. And I won't go if it's pouring down rain either. If it's just like a drizzle, I won't go at all anymore. Okay, we're going to put a little bow up here at the top. And could maybe do a double bow, but I'll just do a single one. Just a single little bow. Maybe didn't get enough length. Yeah, maybe should have got more length to that. Kind of hard to. Yeah, maybe it'll work. It's working. It's working. Sorta. Pull it down a little bit. Oops. I think I'm going to get a, I'll snip them in a minute, but I want to get a glue dot and stick it right under where that bow is. Your brother ended up in the wet. Oh no. I hope you feel better, or he feels better, and you feel better. What was this? No, it's 25 per market. And you just pay when you go, Heather? See, that would be good. Everything around here for these markets are well, there's one, but it's like an hour and 15 minutes away, and it's outside too. And I think that one's pay as you go, first come, first serve for spots, but it's really so far away. I don't know. I'm getting too old to do it by myself. I maybe should have put a little bit longer thread on there, but I think that looks cute. Now, to decide on a sentiment, this was going to be a birthday card, I think. I have, hope your birthday is filled with beautiful things. Ooh, that would look pretty stamped right there. Except that has texture now. Do you think it'll work? I don't want to ruin the card. And outside we could put happy looks good on you. I think I'm just going to stamp the birthday wish on the inside. And oh, you know what? I have some Calypso Coral sequins. Let's find those. We'll put them on the outside. Yeah, I could, but I'll just put sequins on the outside and I'll put the birthday thing on the inside. That's what I'll do. These are not the Calypso Coral. Or yes, they are. Yeah, these are Mango Melody. Okay. So I still have some of these. These are out of the plain. Nope, these are out of the Artistry Blooms set in the annual catalog. I've been using them quite a bit lately, actually. And I have a cat hair on that. Can you believe it? Cat hair everywhere. Let me tell you. my hair everywhere too. They will fill that little bit of space up, and one more maybe up here. Hopefully that looks all right. There, outside done. Now we'll do the inside. And I do have, sorry for the loud snap, I do have a piece of Whisper White. Let me think, what else? Do I want to stamp something on the inside besides the sentiment? Or do I want to see if I have a little scrap of paper? Maybe. I don't think I do because those were scraps of paper. Let me see though. Because I used this paper before. No. All right. Maybe I'll stamp just these little flowers. And I think, yeah, let me do that. I'll stamp little flowers down here without any, I'm going to use Calypso Coral on it all. Without any cactus. Yeah, I have bad luck that way. If I try something like that, I know it's not going to work. It'll be all wobbly, warbly, warbly, wobbly, wobbly, wibbly. So I'm just going to put a few of these little flowers here. And then we'll stamp the sentiment. And then we'll be done with it. I'm going to do a third one. I could put a purple one in too, but we'll just do 3. There we go. We'll clean those. My chamois. My chamois is always over here to my right, and I did actually rinse it out before I came. Oh, I need that. Before I came live. Okay, now we're going to do the birthday sentiment. Hope your birthday is filled with beautiful things. What do you know? I actually got it sort of straight. And now I know that looks like a lot of Calypso Coral, but it's going to have Pear Pizzazz around it. So I think that came out cute. I maybe would put a Highland Heather flower in there too next time, but you know, not necessary. Or if you had a scrap of paper, you could put it in the margin or something, but also not necessary. Here we go. Third card done. Yay! Are y'all going to sleep yet? I'll put y'all to sleep. So we got 1, 2. We have 2 of 2. They're each a little bit different though, because they're different papers, right? This one I only have 1 of because I use scraps of, and these are die cut from the paper. Okay, and then the last one, we're going to use the purple paper. Purple paper. We're going to do Highland Heather and Mint Macaron. And it's also going to be a birthday. So for this one, I have Mint Macaron and then this beautiful purple paper with this on the back, which actually goes with the Mint Macaron too. But I don't, that's the only side of the papers in this collection that I'm not crazy about. It's like too many cacti all together or something. I don't know. And it's all different greens, but I do like this. And this is cut 5 1/4 by 4. So this is just like a 1/8 inch margin. So it's 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And we're gonna just go ahead and glue that down. It is a really cute product medley. It's a product medley kit in the January to June mini catalog. I'll tell you what page when I'm it's right in the front somewhere. And it's called Flowering Cactus product medley. And it's item code in the US 154559. And there's also just a refill which has just the paper, 48 sheets of paper, the Calypso coral and regular natural linen trim, and the felt pieces. Now it doesn't have the stamp and die set, but if you're going to get the paper, I would get the stamp and die set because the dies cut out, just like with the butterflies, the dies cut out 8 items out of 8 sheets of the paper, and we've been using them on quite a few, all but one of these cards so far. And we're going to use them on this one too. Okay, so for this one, I always hate to cover up such pretty paper. I just start with I pick out the paper I want to use the most, and I just start saying, okay, like when I first started today with these two here, I started with this one. I thought, well, that is the back of this paper and it looks really pretty, so I knew I wanted to use this, and I knew I didn't want to do just a full sheet of paper on the card because I do that all the time, like I'm doing here. So I just thought, well, why don't I just cut it and then cut it in partial, and then I played around with the other components, and that's what I came up with. It's all just, you know, like the sentiment, which sentiment do I want to use, and then how will that look? And I felt like because I had this like horizontal line here, I needed a horizontal sentiment somehow. Anyway, that's how I do it. I just play. That's why it takes me a while though to get ready for these, because sometimes the ideas don't flow. You're welcome to case. Anytime you want. Okay, so this one was challenging me a little bit. I knew I wanted to do Happy Looks Good on You. This is going to be another birthday card. And I knew I wanted to use this. But see, if I just put that on there, it blends in too much. So I needed something to make it pop. So I die cut. First I die cut just a circle. I'll show you. I have it over here somewhere. I buried it. First, I cut a 2 1/4 inch circle right here with a cat hair on it, but it wasn't big enough, right? So then I thought, well, maybe a bigger circle. And then I was looking through my drawer, and plus I just used a circle 2 cards ago. So I thought, well, these are from the Happy Hippo dies, and that works out pretty well that it fits on there. And then the flowers will go off of it a little bit, but that is okay. So this is what we're going to do here. And then I thought, well, now what? I have all this up here. What am I going to do for sentiment? So I wanted to use this Happy Looks Good on You, but again, it just didn't pop unless I put something behind it. So then I went looking for what dies or punches do I have that'll fit that sentiment, that I can back it and it looks good. And I think that'll look pretty. And then I just felt like it needed a little something. I have one more little purple flower, so we're going to put that up here. And then I've had this piece of ribbon hanging in my ribbon drawer, which is currant ribbon. It's in Purple Posy, but you know what? We're going to put that right under here. And that is going to be the front of our card. And then inside, if I can get rid of the cat hairs, it'll be a birthday card. You think that looks all right? Hi, Philomena. Welcome. We're on the last card. So anyway, that's what I came up with, and that was my process. So let's put it together and see how it looks when I'm done. Yeah, if it comes out the way I say. So I don't know. I think maybe I will pop both of these up. I don't think I will. I don't think I'll pop them up because I'm going to have this bow, which is a pretty dimensional. It's soft, so it'll flatten nice, but it's kind of dimensional. So I think I'm just going to glue them down. Maybe the little flowers all pop up. Yeah, I thought it was pretty. So this is one of the papers, and these are out of the paper too again. And this kind of fits right. I'm putting it over to the right edge. I don't know if you can see that. To the right edge down here. Because I want it up a little bit though. Just above the stitch line. Because I need to be able to have the flowers fit on here. Yeah, so I'm going to put that down here, and then we'll pop the flowers up on dimensionals. So again, this is out of the background on this is out of the Happy Hippo dies. This is not. This is out of the Tasteful Label dies. These both are these two right here. They're out of the Tasteful Label dies in the annual catalog. And the Hippo dies are out of the annual catalog as well. Okay, so this we're going to pop up. Yeah, I think this is a really pretty one myself. And I'm not usually a purple girl, but, you know, I like it. Purple's growing on me, I gotta tell you. Will that work? Oh, I was forgetting I did not have that popped up, so I need another dimensional or two there. The whole thing needs to pop up. Silly me. So tomorrow morning I'll be up early because I don't have my embellishments made for tomorrow yet. I just don't know really what I've been back and forth with a couple ideas. I haven't settled on which one yet. So, and I'm not a nighttime creative person, so we'll have to figure that out in the morning. All right, we have this one for the other side here. That just needs one. Thank you, Julia. Thank you, everybody. And this one's going over here. And then actually, we have some purple posy bling that might just work with this. We'll see. Again, we're going to do the same thing. I'm just going to glue this down and glue the whole thing down. I already stamped it, sorry. We'll stamp the inside together again. It's that same birthday sentiment. I was going to stamp it again and say, see, by the magic of television. And these I just die cut out of that one sheet of paper. I'm still working from that one sheet of paper in the kit, which I'll show again at the end. I don't know, that looks crooked to me. And I lost my little flower. There it is. Dimensional for the flower. And then we'll do glue dots for the bow. And I'll probably put like 2 or so on this one because it's a big bow. It is really soft colors and stuff. And I wasn't sure about the mint green with the Highland Heather, but they had it in this cactus, so I thought, well, that's a pretty cactus. It's one of the ones I like the best, so I'm gonna go for it. I'll probably actually move that down a little bit if I can. Yeah, there. I'll tack that down a little better later, but let's do the inside. Yeah, because it's sticking up over the words too much. And I want it down about like that, but I'll tack it down when we're done. Okay, so the inside, we're going to use the birthday again. We're going to put a 5 by 3 3/4 piece onto mint macaroon 5 1/4 by 4. And we're going to use the birthday, and I guess we'll stamp it in Highland Heather this time. And I don't know, maybe I'll stamp a purple flower down in the, just one this time, I think. Down here in the corner. Yeah, just one. And then we'll bring in our sentiment. Hopefully I cleaned that stamp. I hope I did. Hi, Renee. Where's Renee? Did I miss? Oh, hi, Renee. Yeah. Welcome. We're on the last card. But I'll show them all again in a moment. We're doing okay for time. It's not quite even 8:30 yet. Yay. Awesome. Okay, so that's going on mint macaron. I don't know. Let me see if I have a little sliver of that paper. I do. I thought I did. Because I'm kind of feeling like I would like this over here too. Yep. Yep. To bring in the front of the card better. This actually is not going the right direction, but it's okay. And I don't want to go all the way up with the glue because I'm going to have to cut some off at the top. Oh, it just slid on me. There. There we go. And I will probably not save that little bit there. I'm pretty good about saving stuff, but that's going in the trash. All right, now we can glue this onto here. I think that looks better. I so wonder if they're keeping these cacti. I hope so. Well, you know, they go through June at least, so I'm sure they, well, I don't want to say that because I don't know. Seems like a product medley like that, you'd think they'd want to keep it around, but I don't know. Might depend on the manufacturers and stuff, but they do those catalogs, you know, way ahead of time, like a year, 2 years in advance. So they start the planning and process so they can print them in time and stuff. Who knows? Who knows? But I think this set is gorgeous. I'm so happy I got it. I love the colors in it. I think the mint and the Calypso Coral and the Highland Heather go really well together. And there's also Mossy Meadow and Pear Pizzazz, which we used already. Okay, so that is card number 4. Let's tack this down because that's going to drive me nuts. All right, I'm going to put a little bit more on the back of here. There we go. So that I can tack it under the word there a little better. It's a little bit floppy because it's such a soft ribbon. I'm going to tack this down too. There we go. That way it'll stay there. Not exactly the right color of purple, but I think it works. So there's card number 4 and card number 3. And card 2, I had 2 of them. That used that texture in the background and on the inside. That one was the first one. I had a little slip, but there we go. And then these are both card number 1. This is the one we made together, and this is the one I made ahead of time. Such pretty papers. And the product medley, again, is called Flowering Cactus, and it also, I think, will work really nicely with this. I didn't have a chance to make any cards with this for you tonight, but this is the Simply Succulents bundle, also in the January to June. So I'll be using this very soon, and I'll probably use some of these papers with it but maybe not the die cuts that we used here tonight. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. If anybody wants any of these products, these are available now through June anyway. But this is my host code for March for any orders under $150. And if you would like to receive an annual catalog from me and from Stampin' Up, but through me, but from them directly. And if you're in the United States, then make sure you've purchased $50 or more with me, or 3 months worth of paper pumpkin, and I'll put you on the mailing list. You have to have had that purchases from December 1 through March 30th, because the last day I can select the mailing selector is March 31st. So I'll be doing that on March 31st. Thank you, Julia. Good night, Judy. Thank you, Philomena. Thank you, honeybees. This one is your favorite, the purple one or the Calypso Coral? Right, Paula? I know, and I definitely like this one better than, well, right now I do, than the Boho Indigo one they had in the annual. But we'll see. Sometimes they carry stuff over that I would never have thought. Thank you, Paula. The coral. Okay. Yeah, it does. It pops, right? It pops. The paper is so pretty, and these are front and back of the same papers. I mean, this is the back of this one, and this is the back of this one. Alrighty. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone. Thank you for the thumbs up. Don't forget, if you're not in my Facebook group, please join it. It's Deb Houck's Crafty Cottage group. And just answer the 3 questions, and I'll let you in. And one of them is, are you a demonstrator? Just answer yes. I'll let you in anyway. I just ask that you not try and sell things within my group, because it's for me to sell. But people can share crafty things there. I just don't like you selling there. And then my Facebook business page is Deb Houck's Crafty Cottage Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So please like and follow me there as well. I do make announcements there. You're welcome, honeybees. Thanks. So I let you know if there's a change in my schedule for live. I've been trying to let you know that stuff through my community thing here on YouTube too, but I don't think YouTube is getting that out timely enough. So I try to always put it on Facebook as well. All right, guys, I'm going to say good night as well. Have a great rest of your week. Join us tomorrow at noon Eastern for embellishments on the 11th. And then on the 12th at noon, on my other channel, Dahlia Designs Jewelry and More, I'll be participating in the Joy of Blue collaboration and making some kind of blue jewelry. So I hope you'll watch that too. Have a great week, everybody. Talk to you soon. Hugs, love, and peace. Thank you, Julia. To you too. Stay safe.